Hey Sharp Pixels, welcome back. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If this video gets more than 150 views, I'll make a video on the British Empire visualizing the modern world. So share the video right now. 50 likes and I'll make an even more in-depth version of this video. Without further ado, let's get started. The Indian subcontinent is a vast landmass in southeast of Asia that lies on the Indian tectonic plate, and as my friend over at GKT said in his video, that there are 7 countries in the subcontinent, namely India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, Nepal, Sri Lanka, Bhutan, and Maldives. Now let us imagine all these countries merge together and form the country. Comment down below what should we call this country. Now, as we know, India is the biggest country in terms of land area in the subcontinent, having an area of 3.287 million square kilometers. It would be the most populated and it would have the highest GDP and the highest purchasing power parity, and also the largest cultural diversity of any country in the subcontinent. So, bearing that in mind, we will now explain what would happen if the Indian subcontinent became one country. Also, we would have to first imagine a situation when all the countries agree to unite. Especially 2 countries, you know what I mean. Let us start with the demographics. In terms of languages, Hindi would be the most spoken at 33%, followed by Bengali at 15%, and followed by Urdu at 12%. Those would be the top 3 most spoken languages. The other significant languages would include Punjabi at 8%, Marathi at 5%, Telugu also at 5%, Tamil at 4.6%, and Gujarati at 3.5%. Hinduism would be the most followed religion at 64%, followed by Islam at 30.11%, Christianity at 1.8%, Buddhism at 1.6%, and Sikhism at 1.3%. Other religions would make up 1.1% of the entire population, which would make the subcontinent the largest Hindu, Islamic, Sikh, and Buddhist country in the world. If you are still watching, like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share it to other people. It's time for the population of the subcontinent. The population of the Indian subcontinent would be 1.7 billion people, which would make it by far the most populous country in the world. Land area would jump from 3.3 million to 4.4 million, putting it in the 7th place. But India as a country alone is already in the 7th place, so it wouldn't make much of a difference. Let's talk about the financial status of the country. GDP of the subcontinent would be 3.5 trillion, which would place it in the 5th place. But again, India already is in the 5th place at 2.6 trillion. But it would overtake Germany, which is in the 4th place, very quickly due to its population. Now let us have a look at the purchasing power parity of the subcontinent, which would be at 12.6 trillion. But again, India alone has a PPP of 10.5 trillion. Now let us talk about the PPP per capita, which would be at USD 9,758, placing the subcontinent at 113th place, which would be a big jump for India, that is at 122nd place, but it would be a huge decrease for Maldives, which is at the 58th place currently. Now, as mentioned earlier, the higher population would increase the GDP really quickly, but the high population leads to low literacy rates only at 76.5%, which leads to high unemployment rates, which may be a significant downside if the problem is not handled properly. Now let us talk about the geography of the subcontinent. As we know, the size of the subcontinent is 4.4 million square kilometers, which would bring a lot of different landscapes in the subcontinent. The entire subcontinent lies on the Indian tectonic plates. Over here are the northern plains, which are plains formed by the river Indus, Ganga, and Brahmaputra. Above that are the Himalayas, which are formed when the Indian tectonic plate collided with the Eurasian plate. The Thar Desert, located in the western India and Pakistan, is the 9th largest hot desert in the world. and the Deccan Plateau in southern India. There would be many islands as well. The entire states of Sri Lanka and Maldives would be islands. India itself has two islands, Andaman and Nicobar and Lakshadweep, forming the geography of the Indian subcontinent. That's it for this video. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe and comment the name of the new country that is the Indian subcontinent.